What I'm about to share with you very well may be a first in world history. I'll explain in this video as we explore. There's so many firsts that have happened through the course of this year in terms of the price of gold and silver reaching record highs. There's a lot of different things that have been happening in the world stage that has led to the price increasing so much. But one thing is for sure, in the East, gold is something that is part of their culture all throughout Eastern countries, especially the Asian countries and in the Middle East. And the ground zero right now is not only China, but also with what this report is that is coming to us from FX Street, something even bigger deal, I think, that I don't think we've seen before. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. I want to thank Summit Metals for sponsoring the channel, a great company to work with. And if you are a customer, I think you will experience that service for yourself and also their fast shipping. Check them out in the link in the description below. Now, demand for gold is rising, and we hear it going back and forth, especially here in the West, about people, well, I can't afford gold now, so I'm moving to silver. And we do see that in places like India as well. But we are starting to see still people buy a lot more gold. I think because they see that likely gold's price is not going to fall a whole lot. In fact, many people feel that it's going to climb. Now, at the end of this year, or early next year, which is really only a few weeks away, I'm going to be giving my speculative guess as to where gold is going to be by the end of 2026. I've been doing that for both gold and silver, and sometimes platinum, since the year 2020. It's a fun thing to do, but in all actuality, no one really knows what the price is going to do. In fact, I certainly did not expect that we would see gold and silver rise as much as they have over the last year and a half. But nonetheless, the price is causing a lot of different factors to come into role and come into play around the world. And this piece of news is quite amazing. Demand of gold for gold is so strong in Thailand that revenue at the country's largest gold trading house is on pace to eclipse the country's entire fiscal 2026 budget. Let that sink in for a moment. Governments tend to get bigger over time, and that includes for smaller nations around the world. But nonetheless, Thailand is not that small of a nation. It's a pretty big country when you think about it, and this is quite an amazing fact that has been reported here. It underscores the surging demand for gold in Asia that continues to support the gold bull market. And I think in terms of the price of where it's going to go, this bit of news and other events and occurrences that we're seeing with regards to the gold market in general is going to support a higher price. Gold is less volatile than other metals or other commodities or stocks or bonds or anything else. And by the way, that includes all the other precious metals. It is most stable. And nonetheless, it has been rising fairly steadily. When the price of silver gets smashed down, well, gold may fall some, but it usually does not suffer the same fate in that volatility. That's one of the reasons why I encourage folks to diversify into gold to be able to preserve their wealth. Because in reality, when you think about it over the long course of time, gold has really shown that to be the case much more consistently than pretty much any other asset class out there. To me, that makes it quite remarkable. And this is one of the reasons why since 2017, I made a marked decision to focus more on gold. I haven't abandoned silver, obviously. You know, I believe in all the precious metals, but especially silver and gold. And I continue to hold it, and I continue to buy silver. But nonetheless, what we're hearing now is really one of the strongest cases for either a continued bull run for gold or for gold's price to stay kind of where it is and highly unlikely to fall below, you know, some of the numbers that I reported on in the past. And by the way, that'll be something else I probably will be talking about as part of the nuanced discussion about where I think gold is going to go in 2026. But it really does tell us about the demand for gold, even with the prices rising as they are. People in the East, they know this, I think, more than most because it's a part of their culture. For many, it's a part of their daily lives. Hou Heng is on pace to earn a record 5 trillion baht, which is about $156 billion this year. That compares to the Thai government's 2026 budget of 3.8 trillion baht. So, in other words, it's far eclipsing it by a long shot. And it's pretty amazing the sheer number of residents in Southeast Asia that embraced the precious metal as a store of wealth amid low interest rates and lackluster stock market. It just goes to show you people are smart, and they are getting into something that has served them very well over the course of history. And of course, we know that as for those of us who stack the metal, it serves us well too. Why? Because it protects us against an inflating dollar. And the dollar is still under an inflation period right now. It's really not gone away. It's just slowed down some. But nonetheless, it still has a ways to go to reach the target. And by the way, the Fed's target is 2%. Folks, I hate to break it to you, but that is still inflation. Now, Hou Heng, who's the CEO of Thanarat Pasawongs, said October was probably the best month in the company's 75-year history, as the prices of gold has exploded above $4,000 an ounce. And it has been on an amazing ride. In fact, gold right now is hovering right near a record high in price. And by the way, that record high for gold has long surpassed the record high adjusted for inflation in the previous bull runs for gold. So gold is definitely a metal that has now really sprung forth. And even many in the crypto community are saying, hey, you know what? I want to get into something that is actually a tangible asset that is proving itself in the marketplace. And it sure is, that is the case for gold. It's acting really more like an investment these days, a very good investment as opposed to a hedge. And I always encourage folks to not think of it about it as an investment, whether the price rises or falls dramatically. Because in the long run, gold is going to preserve wealth. Many people think that gold has been undervalued, much like silver, for many, many years, and it's just now showing its true worth. But in all actuality, we need to think beyond price with regards to gold and silver and look at it as something that is going to be able to provide sound monetary solutions to the problems that we have today. And that is what gold is all about. And it just so happens that Eastern nations have known this for thousands of years. When it's all said and done, it's kind of ironic because paper money was invented in China. Nonetheless, this is what's happening right there in Thailand right now, and I think this is a focal point. And this is some really, I think, very important news that is actually quite shocking when I read it. Geopolitical concerns and the potential economic impact on tariffs on the Thai economy has also driven people to gold. I tell you what, these tariffs are indeed having an impact around the world. This is a game changer, and it's going to take a while for everybody to come to grips with what's going on and what's going to be happening there. I think it's a wait-and-see attitude, but nonetheless, it has shooken up the entire global economy in a sense, and the Thai people certainly are reacting to it. The escalating military conflict between Thailand and Cambodia also may be encouraging people to hold more gold, and there are escalations there as of late. The Thai people have a historic love affair with gold, and they view it as a store of wealth, according to Pasawongs. It has been ingrained since childhood for Thai people to buy gold, and when they save enough money. And what are they doing? They're just transferring unsound money for sound money. The surge underscores how gold, long a traditional Thai savings tool, is becoming central to household wealth in the face of growing economic uncertainty. With Thai stocks delivering negative returns and interest rates near record lows, the precious metal has become one of the few bright spots for retail investors. Gold has averaged a 10% annual return, and that exploded to 70% last year and has driven even more people to buy gold. According to the Thai Futures Exchange, Thai gold demand is on pace to gain 10% this year, based off of World Gold Council data. Thailand is the only country in the world to have posted 4 straight years of gold demand growth through the pandemic. China and India rank as the 2 top gold-consuming countries in the world, and they tend to dominate the headlines. However, investors in other Asian nations, including Vietnam, South Korea, and Thailand, are gobbling up gold and very rarely reported. This has supported the recent gold bull run, even as American investors were selling gold. Asian demand doesn't seem to be ebbing at this point in time. Asian ETFs dominated global gold inflows last month, and after falling modestly this year. Chinese gold demand picked up significantly in September and October. Meanwhile, Indian officials reported strong demand during the country's festival season. So that's the backdrop of what we're seeing with gold in Thailand, and likely, probably, we may see similar reports like this in other nations soon. But it's pretty remarkable, pretty amazing to see that it has actually outpaced their fiscal 2026 budget. Let me know what your thoughts are. I like to bring you the latest news and analysis in the world of precious metals on this channel. If you enjoy what I do here, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel and pressing that thumbs up button and hitting the notifications bell so that you can be apprised of the latest video that makes its way across your device. So that being said, I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.